welcome to the Friday edition of the Owatonna Today Show. It is the 7th of June. One full week of June has gone by already. And as our custom is on Fridays, we want to recognize all the great people that make this show possible, all our sponsors. And if you happen to be out in their business sometime, tell them thank you for helping keep our show on the air. And those people include our premier supporters, which is the City of Owatonna, along with Express Employment Professionals, Owatonna Public Utilities, the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County, and the United Way of Steele County. Our primary supporters include Amy Swain Hearing Centers, Coda Living Community, and Park Place Senior Living, along with the Little Theater of Owatonna. And lots of great interlude supporters, which are Abraham Consulting Technologies, Brenda Bednar Mortgage, Glenn Megger and Tim Thomas of the Brick Megger Funeral Home and the Medford Funeral Home, Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House and Clare Bridge of Owatonna, Carlson Branstad and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center. Our other interlude supporters include Horizon Eye Care Professionals, along with Clancher & Sons Landscaping and Concrete, Napa Auto Service, Owatonna Business Incubator, the Pizza Ranch of Owatonna, Perfinium Financial, R&K Electric, Snap Fitness, the Steele County Historical Society, the Third Hand Incorporated Video Productions, and TPS Insurance. And we're always looking for more supporters of the show, so if you are a business and would like more information about becoming a supporter or an underwriter, just contact Leanne at 390-5751 and help keep the Owatonna Today Show on the air. Or you can mail your contributions to 1130 North Elm in Owatonna. Good show today. We're going to be talking about the Owatonna-Steele County Amateur Radio Club with Mike Conrad. And next month, the Relay for Life will be along. So we'll be back and talk about that right after this.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Recreational fires are allowed within the Owatonna city limits. They must be contained within a fire pit or a device designed for such use, and can be 3 feet in diameter and no more than 3 feet high. They must be 25 feet from a building or combustibles. Only untreated or unpainted woods must be used. Fires must be attended by a person at all times that are capable of extinguishing the fire. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, we're Mark and Becky Stevens of the Owatonna Pizza Ranch.
And we support the Owatonna Today Show.
We are back with Mike Conrad, who is representing the Owatonna-Steele County Amateur Radio Club. And it's nice to have this with you, Mike, on this Friday. Now, you have been a member, you said, of the Amateur Radio Club for how many years?
Let's see, it's 5 years now.
5 years. But it's been around for longer than that.
Oh, yes. In fact, the event that we're promoting today goes back into 1930s.
Okay. And why don't you tell us a little bit about the event that you're promoting?
This is our annual national, what is known as Field Day, Amateur Radio Field Day event. And this year it is being held on Saturday, June 22nd and Sunday, June 23rd. We're inviting anybody and everybody to stop by the fairgrounds at the Midway area, south of the beer garden, and see us.
And that's primarily to get people acquainted with that you're here and what you do. And
it's, to us, it's a chance to practice our emergency preparedness in that we set up remote stations out there to operate.
You're a part of that coalition or that group, right? The Steele County Emergency Preparedness. There's a special...
We're associated with them, yes.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been associated with them? Since its inception, probably?
That predates me by a long way.
Okay. And what does that involve?
We go out Saturday morning and we set up our antennas and our radios and everything, and then basically once we're all set up, there's this is a national and Canada contest held annually.
On the same day?
Yes. It's the 4th weekend of June every year. Okay. So the date varies, but...
It's the same, okay, same time.
And it's a public demonstration, in addition to being a contest for us and a practice for our emergency preparedness. It's a chance for us to show the general public what we're about, what we can do. One of our slogans is, when all else fails, amateur radio is there. And it's been proven many times. Even with today's technology, you'll see occasions where with the tornadoes and stuff, cell towers get taken down. Even if the towers don't go down, the electricity gets cut.
Oh, sure.
And the systems get so overloaded they crash. They just can't function.
Something you wouldn't think of.
Amateur radio does not, because we don't have any infrastructure. Just each station is independent. So even if one goes down, the rest of them are still there.
So a lot of them probably are affiliated with like the Red Cross, so they know they can call. Count on
We
you or
support
call
the
you
Red
and-
Cross, the Salvation Army, locally, the Steele County Emergency Preparedness. We will respond to Mike Johnson at any request. Many of our members are associated with Skywarn.
Oh, sure.
And participate in that.
And we're entering that season.
And, yes, and also several of our members are participants in CERT. So
Okay.
we cross into various organizations.
That's something, like I said, you'd never think would be utilized quite that wide. It was so computerized, but they need electricity more. And if you're spread across different areas that aren't affected by the storm, you can spread the word the way you need it. Now, do you get a good number of people that attend these events?
We'll have probably 30 or 40 of our own people there, not all at the same time.
Right.
But it's a good chance for us to see people that we don't see on a recurring basis. When we enjoy that.
You get a lot of curiosity, people coming out and say, just what is it you do? And
we certainly hope so. That's part of the reason we have decided to hold our event at the fairgrounds this year, is to be much more visible to the public, and we hope people will take advantage of it to stop in and say hi and see what we're about.
Now, do they get a chance? Do you have an opportunity if they wanted to actually get on a radio and try it out?
We
see
will
what it's like?
encourage them to
Okay.
take the microphone and get on the air.
Okay.
It's
It's
our
probably not-
goal is to show you what we do, and then try to get you to take the mic and actually get on the air and make a contact or two or a dozen.
Which can be anywhere around the world. I
It
understand.
can be. This event, it will primarily be just the United States and Canada.
Okay.
There will be a few others that you hear now and then, but for the most part, it will just be the United States and Canada.
Now, you said you had a contest where you have to try to see who has the most contacts made?
Yeah.
And you stay within the United States and Canada on that?
We keep score, and then at the end, we tally up the total contacts, and our goal is always to make as many as possible. But we're pleased if we just have a good time.
I imagine you probably meet some very interesting people
We do.
on your contacts.
We do.
What's the farthest away that you've contacted? anybody?
Personally, Tokyo is probably the farthest I've contacted, although I have been over to Germany and France and Spain and Poland and Russia.
Because this is still a thriving thing all around the world, isn't
Yes. The Morse code requirement for ham radio was dropped in 2007. And actually, since then, they've seen an increase in Morse code use.
it? Really?
You wouldn't think so, but it worked
No.
that way. So you don't need Morse code to get a license anymore.
So how much training do you need to get your license?
The
So that's
technician
it.
license is the entry-level license, and the Owatonna-Steele County Amateur Radio Club does sponsor a class in February at the fire hall that runs, I think it's 6 weeks, 2 nights a week, and We've had very good success with that, in that virtually most everybody that completes it does end up with their license.
Is there an age limit?
No,
Young?
there
You
is
can be
no
young?
age limit. You can be as young as you can be or as old. We did have a gentleman a couple of years ago that was over 90 when he got his license.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So,
And I imagine, of course, if you do you make like friends where you have certain topics that your same interests you contact and you talk to?
oh yeah,
And
oh
that
yeah.
get to know a lot of people that way.
Oh yes, there's amateurs that have regular people they talk to all the time.
That'd be
But-
fascinating. Now, you also did mention too that the amateur radio club was there in Boston for
Yes,
the marathon. and
people,
when all that
people. It hasn't been widely publicized, but at the Boston Marathon, there were actually 200 amateur radio operators supporting that event in communications, and they immediately were involved with the bombing recovery and rescue operation.
happened. They could spread the word quite rapidly, I'm sure.
So,
Now, again, I have to say that's something that I would not think of would be, that exacting and get it that many different areas. But now, as far as the Steele County Amateur, the radio club with the emergency preparedness, that is something. Is there different things that you do for different events, for the tornadoes, as compared to something? Fires,
yeah,
or-
depending on what we're doing, they're all handled differently.
And you each have your own assignments. Each person who does what?
Yeah,
Okay.
we kind of know.
Well,
But
it's all very fascinating and interesting. And if you have, questions and want to find out more about the club itself or just about what they do, they can go where? What time is it at the fairgrounds again?
June 22nd and Sunday, June 23rd, 1 p.m. to 1 p.m. And we'll be there all night. And we'll hope you stop by and say hi.
Good. Sounds fascinating.
And
Mike,
that'll be at the Midway area at the fairgrounds.
thank you for stopping by with us
Thank
today.
you for
And
having me.
Good. Hope to see a lot of you out there. When we come back, we're going to be talking about the Relay for Life. So don't go away.
Hi, this is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance, and we are proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Coda Living Community and Park Place Senior Living are Owatonna's premier living communities for seniors. Coda Living Community, located on the Owatonna Hospital and Mayo Clinic campus, provides short-term, long-term, and rehabilitative care. It features private and semi-private rooms, ceiling lifts, and spa. Coda Living Community continues the tradition of providing quality care to area residents. Park Place Senior Living is expanding into the Cedarview Care Center to offer enhanced assisted living. For more information, please call 507-446-4946.
Hi, I'm Doug Johnson with the Owatonna Business Incubator. We're here to help small businesses start and to grow. We're a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Ron Clancher with Clancher & Son Landscaping and Concrete. We support the Owatonna Today Show, and so should you.
We are back now with the Owatonna Today Show, and we are talking Relay for Life, which is coming up next month in July. And I believe this is the 20th year.
That's correct.
Already. It's hard to believe it's been around for 20 years. And we have the co-chairs with us. They are Joe Holst and Christine Deming Davis. Glad to have you people along with us. You have
Thank
a
you.
big job ahead of you. It's quite the event to chair. It's grown so much over the years. First of all, when is it going to be held this year?
The event will be July 19th, and our ceremony does start at 6 p.m., which will run till 6 a.m. on July 20th.
And it's at the fairgrounds?
It is at the
I assume, as it
fairgrounds,
usually
yes.
is?
Yep.
Okay. So how is it the two of you came to be the co-chairs?
Joel has been co-chairing with his father for the last...
This is my third year as a co-chair.
Okay.
It's 4 years on the committee, so 1 year on the committee, and then I was co-chair with my dad. So.
Okay.
And after being diagnosed in 2011 for myself with cancer, I was asked to join the committee. And last year, when Joel's dad was kind of hee-hawing about retiring, I'm like, well, you know what? I can do it. But we did have some hesitations due to the fact that we were scared that my cancer would come back, and I didn't know if I would be able to fulfill my job as co-chair, and unfortunately, my cancer did come back.
It does come back. Okay.
But Joel and the rest of the committee have been very supportive and have been able to push me along, so it's been great.
Yes, you need a lot of support.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that's what's so nice about the Relay for Life.
Yeah.
Not only raises money and awareness, but also gives you that support. Now, every year, of course, they have one thing that's dear and dear to my heart that I like are those luminaries.
Oh, yeah.
You have so many of those. Where can people purchase the luminaries? Do you need those to light the way?
You can purchase them at the farmers market. We have somebody down there from the committee
every Saturday.
Mm-hmm. So that's one place you can get it.
Contacting any committee member. We also have several teams that have at least 15 people on their team that are selling luminaries, so they should definitely be out and about in the community. I know myself and my daughter, who's 9, will be hitting our neighborhood here in the next week and a half to drum up some business.
Mm-hmm. Now, for people who may not be totally familiar, the luminaries are purchased for whom, basically? You purchase the luminaries, and what are they for?
Well, they are $10 a bag,
okay,
and they are purchased for somebody that we have lost to cancer, and somebody that we need to honor that either is fighting cancer or that has had cancer in the past.
A cancer survivor, yes. And that's, as we said, if you've never been out to the fairgrounds, they light the way for the walkers, which brings us to the next topic. You have teams of walkers to raise the money, do you not?
Yep.
How many teams?
We have 32 teams so far this year. Yep.
And I have personal goals. My personal goal is 50, and we still have another month to still have teams join us, which I think we'll get to the 50 teams that we need.
And the teams can be, they don't have to just be representing companies, they can be anybody getting together.
Anybody, family, friends, people from schools, or anything.
And for someone who's never been on a team or would like to get a team together, what is it they need to do?
They need to contact myself or Joel, and we'd give them a packet. They sign up online, and then just go out and fundraise till their heart is content.
But you would have to probably find team members then, someone else?
Yeah, I mean, a team could be as 2 people if they wanted to.
Yeah.
We're not going to eliminate somebody if they want to go out and fundraise for a great cause. We're not going to turn them away.
It's pledges, right, for just a straight amount, or they can pledge for however much you walk,
they can definitely do a monetary donation, which we're happy to accept, or the luminaries for $10 per bag. A lot of our teams do decorate the luminaries to kind of specialize for that person.
Pictures, they can contribute pictures of their loved ones. And this is done through the night. Again, I'm talking to someone who may not be familiar with how the Relay for Life works. You go on, you start at 6 at night, and you go on through the night till the next day.
All
do you
12
not?
hours.
And people ask why we relay at night. Do you know why we relay at night?
Well, the luminaries show up better.
Yes, they do. But the reason why we relay at night is because cancer never sleeps.
That's right. It never sleeps. It doesn't.
And let me tell you, I can tell you, for personal experiences, and Joel as a caregiver can definitely.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't think we can probably find any more family who has not been touched. in one way or another by cancer. Now you also have, a lot of people have their tents and their campers and they're there all night. So, there's a lot of camaraderie there and a lot of fellowship going on. But you don't just walk, there's other things
Yeah, there
taking
will also
place.
be a silent auction there. They have many great items from a lot of local businesses that
This
donate.
year, this year we're doing a live auction,
Yeah.
conjoined with the silent auction, which is going to be great. We're excited.
Try something new.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody has something they'd like to contribute, like say they make homemade wine or something, can they contribute that through your silent auction?
We'll accept any donations for our silent and live auctions.
Okay.
With the live auction this year, which is actually new for 2013, we're asking for bigger items that are maybe homemade. Joel is actually making a beanbag toss set,
And Relay
which
for Life theme.
yeah. So we really want to have our bigger items for the live auction.
Who's the auctioneer?
We do have a professional auctioneer coming in to do the auction, so I can tell you that it's professional.
And you also have entertainment too, as well.
We do. We have several entertainment lined up. Also new for this year is we asked that our teams for their campsites do a personalized fundraiser throughout the night, which is something new, so we can bring more families in. This is a family event. Cancer affects families from
No age
0
limit.
to 100. So
age limit.
We invite everybody to come out. It's not, you don't have to
It's
be on a team. You
I
don't
was
have
just
to
going
be
to say, it's
anything.
not just for
So
those
it's
who are
open
participating.
to the public. I mean,
Right, yeah.
come out for the opening ceremony, stay till we light the luminaries. You're going to walk away changed, a changed person.
Because you do have other entertainment too, so people can come out and see what's there. Now, is there any food there? Do you have any vendors there at all?
We will have vendors. We have the
4-H.
4-H stand open. We do have kettle popcorn. We've got the cheese ladies coming. So we've got a nice variety.
It's a good way to spend an evening and this and that as well too. Now, other years the Seco Church has been open. Is that going to be open again?
that'll be open
this
again.
year too. So people can stop in there. So we have so many bases covered in that. About how many? Now, do you have a goal for a dollar amount that you try to achieve each year?
Our goal is 110,000 plus.
Last year we did 100,000, so we're hoping.
And
we
I'm
can get
never
that extra
satisfied
10.
with that.
It's a fundraiser.
I think it's a woman thing.
Yeah. Now, where does the monies that are raised, where does that money go? Does it stay in Steele County, or does some of it go to the cities or elsewhere? Where does that money that's raised, where does that go?
Benefits a lot of people in this community. I mean, they can get financial assistance through the American Cancer Society. There's 7 people that did that last year.
Oh, yes, because it's awfully costly.
They can call the 1-800 number for ACS and talk, get information on stuff. They have Hope Lodge that it benefits where you can spend the night there. 6 people used that last year, so
okay.
that was pretty good. So that totaled 50 nights of people staying there. So
you help with expenses, and then some go to research as well?
Yes, some goes to research too, and transportation for getting people there to their treatments.
So a lot of it does stay locally.
Oh, yes.
And that's always,
I would say
a big question.
80% stays locally.
That's a big question for some people. They want to make sure that
where their money is
friends
going.
and neighbors are going to benefit from that as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, some of the other organizations, which I will not name, they do not stay locally, which is sad.
And sometimes they can't. But now this is coming up once again for someone who just may be joining us. The Relay for Life is going to be held Friday night at, what's the date?
July 19th,
Okay.
6 p.m. at the Steele County Fairgrounds.
And
through Saturday the next day.
Yep.
Yes.
We also have an upcoming survivor birthday party at the VFW. That'll be on June 11th.
Yes, at 7 p.m.
Yep.
Great idea.
And I did send out invites. If there's anybody that is a survivor that I missed, I apologize, but you're more than welcome. They can contact myself for an RSVP or a personal invite. I would be more than happy to send it out. But we're looking for everybody, all our survivors.
Oh, and we should mention, who is your MC this year?
John Connor will be.
John's going to be,
Yep.
okay. Yeah, he's done that several years, hasn't he? Yes.
Yep.
Always does a good job. All right, so that is the latest for the Relay for Life. And go on out and have a wonderful evening, meet some people, and like we said, cancer never sleeps and it knows no age. We need to, it'd be nice to see if we can't get that cured in our lifetime.
I would like to
That'd be nice.
definitely shut it down.
So, and our prayers and good luck to you, Chris.
Thank you.
And thank you for the job you're doing. Also for your hard work, Joe.
Thank you.
So we thank you for stopping by today, and we thank you for joining us. We're going to take this break, and we have some announcements when we come back.
Hi, Warren Abraham, Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty.
And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna.
And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
We are back, and we are glad that you've stayed with us because we do have some important announcements we want to pass along. The Meals of Hope, for one, is a community meal for anyone that may need a hot meal, and it will be served Sunday evenings from 5 until 6:30 at Trinity Lutheran Church. If you need more information or a ride to the church, you can contact Trinity Lutheran at 451-5240. That number again is 451-5240. And I'm sure you've been hearing a lot about the Senior Olympics, which are coming, Minnesota Senior Olympics, which is coming to Owatonna, June 19th through the 22nd. And it takes a lot of people to run the senior games. There's many events. They do need volunteers. The sign-up sheet is on the volunteer table located on the first floor at Senior Place if you want to stop in there. And there will be an orientation meeting coming up, so they can always use more assistance, so give them a call. And then we also want to remind you of the Harry Wenger Marching Band Festival coming up in just a couple of weeks, and that's going to be on Saturday, June 15th. And their stops are going to be along by Trinity Church, and then a couple of blocks further down there in the area of Pillsbury College, and then downtown. So you can set your chairs and blankets up and enjoy 12 terrific bands of great performances, lots of fun, lots of entertainment. And also there's going to be movies in the park coming once again this year. On Friday, June 21st, it's a free event. The movie starts at 9:05, and it's for the entire family. And the movie that's going to be shown is an animated feature called Surf's Up. So bring your blankets, or bring your chairs, and there'll also be some popcorn and some soft drinks and things like that there to eat. That's the movie in the park coming up on Friday, June 21st, not the 1st. And that has been our show for today and for this week. We hope you have a great weekend coming up. It is the month of June, and please return on Monday. I'm Betty Johnson, your host. This has been the Owatonna Today Show. Thanks for joining us.